The first thing that the elderly population loses is their ability to go from sit to stand. And once they lose that ability, they've lost their independence. You have to be able to do 3 things in order to maintain your somewhat independence. And that's transfer to and from your bed, transfer to and from a commode, and transfer to and from your car. And those are 3 things that the Barihab table actually helps people to maintain and or to recover if they've ever lost it.
My background is mechanical engineering. A good friend of mine that I knew for quite a few years installed a backrest on a stationary mat table. They tricked me into going into a skilled nursing facility where I saw them trying to stand a bariatric patient on the parallel bars with a wheelchair. And I did ask one of the therapists there, I go, that's the way you guys are standing patients up? And he said, basically, yeah. So that got my wheels turning, that there's got to be something better. So I said, okay, I'll get involved, but I was going to come up with a product that I thought would be better. At first, it was the challenge of developing something that would work. I didn't know it was going to work as well as it has. I didn't know it was going to have the impact that it has had. This was helping people. It was actually helping people and changing their life, not just the patient, but also the therapist, making the recovery much faster on the patient.
Chris brought a whole new set of engineering plans, just made it easier to build. It had a lot more value because of what it could do. There was a seat lift now, transfer bars, digital displays, slowly started to make these improvements that were extremely valuable to the product, extremely.
The equipment was developed. So now, how do we implement this into the therapy world and with real patients?
What we did in the very beginning was we sat down and decided, okay, we're going to market to a 300-mile radius, because if we can't sell these products in our own backyard, what makes us think we could sell them across the country?
I did talk to a few therapists, got a crash course on therapy. Usually you only have maybe 25 minutes or so to work with the patient. So if you can do everything, when you have the patient in one piece of equipment, you spend more time, and that is valuable time with the patient on them getting better instead of doing transfers. My idea was at the beginning to build it bulletproof. I didn't want this thing to break down, ever. It's overbuilt, but I'm okay with that.
One of the boss's favorite words is overkill. This thing is built to last. There is a sense of pride that has to go with it because I care a lot about each product and that it looks to its most perfect when it goes out.
I'm showing people how to use a piece of equipment that helps other people, and it's something that actually helps people in the long run. It's like in certain gyms and certain facilities, they always have to have staple products. After seeing how easily he was able to stand someone up, it's like, why isn't this everywhere?
I hope that every facility in the country eventually has one, and they all will benefit from it to really help the patients out there and the therapists by having one of these. That's our goal.